Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin a new category. Now that I've conquered Anub'Rekhan in heroic mode with every class, we now set ourselves a challenge of beating it with common cards only. So that's only basic cards and expert common cards. No legendaries, no epics, not even rares. And it's going to be using a similar theme to the Druid deck I built with legendaries. I'm just looking for really good value trades with 4/4 minions and hoping for wild growth and innovate to get you ahead. You want a mulligan for your wild growth and innovate? It's this game you have to get a tempo lead. That's right, even Naxxramas is in there. Which usually it's a terrible card because it gives your opponent such card advantage. But you just have to get ahead on board to have any hope of winning this. And that's pretty much the worst possible thing for us. Coin, hero power. Boulder Fist Ogres, so good. I think we're gonna do Jungle Panther Naturalize. Try get some board going. You're just desperate to do whatever you can to not fall behind on board. Now we have some good creatures. It might be worth killing that. Might be a good time to Poison Seed. I have 2 swipes, so I'll be able to clean up the 2/2s. Take a risk. And that's pretty good. That's pretty smart of the AI. It's gonna kill its charger instead of a Treant. No. It's not as retarded as usual today. I'm gonna set this up for a good swipe. You just have to do whatever you can to get ahead in this. Seriously. Low on health, but you gotta take the risks if you want the rewards. Ahead on board. You have to get ahead on board at all costs. As always, Hearthstone's a game of tempo. Gonna trade, you think? Or do 3 to the face? Trade. Not as dumb as you look, I guess. Spell damage seems good here. Next turn I'll be able to do a 5 and a 4.
Ready for this? For the wild.
Spell power swipe will be quite good. And I can heal up a bit. No spell. Okay. I can kill that at least. Damn. I really want to Poison Seeds, then Spell Power Swipe, but of course I'll replace my own guy.
Don't blink.
Do some healing. And get ahead on board. Do whatever you can to be ahead on board. This campaign message brought to you by someone or something.
Death does not scare me.
This could be good. Do it again.
The frost wolves stand ready. Just a little taste.
Wow, that actually hurts pretty bad. Man. It's just so hard to get ahead. As we get the bigger thing now.
For this? For the wild. For the horde.
Hope to trade that way. Hope for another swipe. No, we use both our swipes. Oh, it does trade sometimes. It's pretty rare to see the AI trading. Oh, I hope you fill your board with, like, not that potent stuff.
Don't blink. For the wild.
Not in great shape. These guys just add up to so much damage. Hideous. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Need to kill something. Naturalize, beautiful. I think I got a race. 10, 11, 22. Not gonna win though. 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 is 10. Need to do some damage stopping. That hero power. This was pretty close though. I think you can hopefully see the idea of this deck. Okay, so now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on board. Need to do a lot of killing. I can kill enough. But I still lose to a Frostbolt, as always. But I also have lethal. Don't Frostbolt me. Don't kill that. Please stop. Let me win. That's not a Locust Swarm. I win. Well, that was a tight one, but it is a win with only common cards. So let's look at the deck list and the rationale behind it. Yeah, I've heard that. So the strategy, simply put, is cards that have efficient, favorable trades with 4/4 minions, because you're going to face a lot of that. Cards that help you tempo-wise, and cards that let you get to better cards and therefore more efficient trades quicker. Okay, so Innervate, Moonfire, and Wild Growth are basic cards. Innervate and Wild Growth help you get to more mana more quickly to get an advantage on board more quickly, where you kind of have better creatures that trade better for their 4/4s. Naturalize, like I said, you usually don't see it in a Druid deck because you lose card advantage, but this game is not about card advantage. It's about getting ahead on board so you can dictate the trades and keep those 4/4s at bay. So you just have to play this sometimes to get ahead on board. Jungle Panther for 3 mana is a 1-to-1 trade. Helps you get rid of those 4/4 Nerubians. Because it's stealth, the AI cannot kill it with a Frostbolt like a lot of other things you play, or a Shadowbolt. Poison Seeds is very situational. It just, if the board gets completely overwhelmed, you can replace the 4/4s with 2/2s and work away at them with your own minions. It's kind of desperation, also kills the Death Lord in a pinch, like that's what we used it for this game. Swipe at first doesn't look good because you only are killing one 4/4, but with spell power it ends up being really good. And the thing is, you somehow, do end up with things at 1 health. I don't quite know how it happens because most of the things in this deck have 4 attack, but as you play, you just do end up with Nerubians at 1 health from combinations of like other swipes or hitting it with your hero power or I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, but it ends up happening. And this helps clean them up. There are also like those spectral spiders that are 1/1s and silly stuff like that. That's the reason Moonfire is in here too. You just need that tempo ability to, for free, be able to finish off a 4/1 so that it's not going to kill your 4/4 and you can stay ahead on board. Darkscale Healer, it's more expensive than... I took out the Yeti because just often it's going to get Mortal Coiled. It's only going to trade 1 for 1. Darkscale Healer is the same, but restoring 2 health to your friendly characters is actually really helpful because often you have other things that are like 4/5s, 4/6s, they're going to hit a 4/4 and be at risk of being frostbolted or being killed by something else with like 1 attack or 2 attack. Healing yourself, because you're going to be low on life, and other things just helps so much. Darkscale Healer is finding had a lot more value than Yeti. Strange as it is, because you would never see it. Again, it's a basic card. Most of these are basic. Poison Seeds, Jungle Panther, and Naturalize are common. Druid of the Claw is common. 4/6 is better than a Yeti 4/5 because it can't get Mortal Coiled afterwards. And the enemy always seems to have the right card in their hands, like a Mortal Coil, if you have something at 1 health. Frostwolf Warlord will usually be... You should only play this when you have at least 1 other minion out to get a 5/5. Often you can get more, like a 6/6. Spiteful Smith, again, has that helpful... You don't care about the Enrage. It's a 4/6, which means it can trade for a 4/4 and not get Mortal Coiled for free. Archmage 4/7, good stats. The spell damage, you don't really play it for the spell damage, but it can occasionally combo really well with Swipe. Boulder Fist Ogre, it's the 7 health, it'll take out 4/4s, but it just gives you a bit more damage and burst towards the end when you're trying to get the hero down from 45 all the way down to 0. Windfury Harpy, usually it's a terrible card. It ends up being so good in this matchup because offensively it deals 8 damage to the hero if you're just attacking for face like we did for the win at the end there. But it can also ensure a 2-for-1 trade with the 4/4s. Even though it's at 5 health, which means it could get Mortal Coiled, you get to attack twice. So you can just attack straight into 2 4/4s, and when you play it out, the enemy is seldom going to trade and Mortal Coil. It's usually going to just hit your face. Ironbark Protector, Ancient of War is a lot better. It trades 3 for 1, but this is the basic card that's the equivalent. Windfury Harpy is common. Basic, basic, common, basic. So there you go, a common-only Druid deck which can take down Anub'Rekhan even with her overpowered hero power in heroic mode. I'd estimate like a 50% win rate with this deck. I think I've won like maybe like 3 out of 4 of the times I've played against her with it. But it doesn't feel... It hasn't felt amazing. Like even this last game, it felt like I could have lost easily. So I'd estimate probably has a 50% win rate. Like you can get ahead on board. You have to really, really fight hard to make sure you have board control. It's the only way you can have any hope of winning. So that is our first common-only deck, which can take down a Naxxramas boss in heroic mode.